Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is the Finish It Friday video for Friday, November 29th, 2024. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful creative week in your sewing or creative area. If you have been celebrating Thanksgiving this week, I hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoyed time with your friends and family and yummy food. We did. We are still eating yummy food, so I'm so excited about that. As far as getting work done in the sewing room, I'm excited to share what I was able to get accomplished this week. A lot of it is upstairs, so we'll have to go upstairs, but I want to start right here just a little bit. This is kind of a preview of what you're about to see. This is the Giant Jacob's Ladder quilt. I was able to get it off of the long arm this week. The stitching was really simple with that King Tut thread. I'm so excited about that it worked out well. And I can't wait to try that thread on some other projects that are coming up soon, hopefully. It is completely quilted, but I have not put the binding on it yet. Hopefully I can get that done this weekend and get a label on it at some point. Not gonna rush it, but I love having this quilt completed. I think it turned out great. We'll get some more information about it upstairs, along with a few other projects, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. I am so excited about this quilt. This is the Giant Jacob's Ladder quilt. I just took it off the long arm. Actually, today's Monday. I took it off Sunday. So yesterday, took it off the long arm. It is so good. I'm so excited about it. Let's zoom in on the quilting. Oh, look at that. So I use the alternating Baptist fan pattern on it, and I use the King Tut thread in white linen, and it quilted up really nicely. I did report that I had some issues the first day, but since then it has done really well. So you can see the quilting really nicely on that dark blue, and then you can even see the texture in the white. It looks really cool. Oh, my finger's blurry, whatever. But yeah, take a look. I'm gonna show you the back as well. I have it actually sitting on top of the community quilt that I'm still piecing those rows together. But look at this quilt. It is so cute. And I have not cut the extra batting and backing off. I'm gonna go do that in just a few minutes. But I wanted to show this to you first with everything still on it. You can see the leftover backing there. But let's flip it over and get a look at the back of it. Here's the back of the Giant Jacob's Ladder quilt. So this quilt is truly reversible. It has really cool, this little brick laid pattern kind of. It worked out well. Again, we'll zoom in on the quilting. Here we go. Oh, I just love how this turned out. You can see the texture in the yellow and in that blue and yellow fabric there. Just adorable. Oh, look at it in that turquoise right there. Woo! Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I have this piece. It's directional, and so that shows me the top of the quilt, but I also put my little fun glasses or fun drinks there as well as a directional print, so that all of those, and even the records here, they're going the correct way. So really cute. So happy with how this came together. Thank you for getting me that thread. I can't wait to try it in some other colors on some other fabrics. So great. So I kind of want to get another quick look at the top. And you are going to see the community quilt in the background here, maybe. Yep, it's right over there. But take a look at that. So cute with this quilting. Can't wait to see this with the binding on it. Here is my progress on the community quilt. It looks really nice. What I've done so far is I have stitched the rows together for the interior of the quilt. You can see that there. The current measurements of just the interior is 53.5 by 67. And I found a solid white in my stash that is going to fit. Right now, it is just It's just laying on the floor. I haven't stitched it together and put it on the quilt yet, but that's going to be my next step. And then I'm going to take the cutoffs from this and hopefully create some kind of piano keys to go on the outside. My border, the stock border right now is 2 inches cut. It'll finish at 1.5 inches. And my piano keys, they're going to be pretty small, maybe like, if they're 3 inches, that will be a lot, but I don't know. But I love the way it's coming together. And I was really hopeful that I had enough of a solid white for this stock border, and I do. So I'm excited about that. Can't wait to see this whole thing put together. You might remember from last week that I said my chief quilting advisor, my mama, is in town this week. And so we took out my great grandmother's quilt, and she actually did some reinforcing of the stitching, and it looks really great. She would not let me record her, which is a real bummer. But I wanted to record her actually doing some of the stitching. Right now, we're at a point where she's done all the reinforcing that we need to do on it. I say we, but she did all of it this week. But we still have some pins where there are some holes that need to be repaired. So I'll just kind of zoom in on some of those so that you can see them where the pins are. So you can see there's a hole in the gingham. There's a hole in this blue, like that's a really small one. And then there's one in the brown up there near the top. And again, that's one that's really small. That's the one where I kind of was super nervous and didn't want to continue. Wasn't sure what to do. And then this is the largest one right here that we need to think about repairing. And I pulled some what I consider reproduction fabrics from my stash, but I'm not sure that they're going to work. But once these holes are repaired, then we can probably get this quilt on the long arm. There's another one right there too. So, but once we get them repaired, we can probably get this quilt on the long arm. It looks so much better. And of course, there was not as much repairs that I thought it would be. And I'm grateful that she was here to work on it, and hopefully we can get it quilted relatively quickly. She's already said that she wants muslin for the back and for the binding to give it a nice traditional look. And so I need to decide how I'm going to quilt it, and hopefully we can get it to lie flat we quilt it across the long arm. I think it's going to be really great. And if you don't know the story of this quilt, my great grandmother, my mom's dad's mom, stitched this by hand, and we pulled it out. I'm not even sure what year. Mama, what year did we pull it out? 2018, 2017? Probably 2017. We pulled it out of a trash bag that we had with several other quilts in it. And Mom let me keep the other 4 quilt tops that were started by my grandmother. And this is the one that she wants back once it's transformed into a quilt. So I'll be working on that hopefully pretty soon. We can get these repairs done on it, get it on the long arm. But what a great project and a great tribute to 4 generations of quilting. I am so looking forward to completing all 3 of those quilts that you saw, the Giant Jacob's Ladder, the community quilt. I can't wait to put those piano keys and the stop border on it, and the my great grandmother's quilt. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that my mom took some time to work on that this week. I am a little bit overwhelmed by it, but I think that it's going to be great once we have everything quilted. Now, some other things I worked on in the sewing room are right here in front of me. I did take some time on the bear order that I have. I went ahead and laid it out. I have a picture of all of the pieces laid out. And so I'll insert that here in the video so you can see that. But I cut everything down to size for what I'm going to need for the 3 bears. So I have my pieces of sheets right here. They still need to be interfaced, so I will be working on that pretty soon, getting an interface, getting everything cut out. Now, since it is 3 bears, I decided to look in my t-shirt stash to find some pieces that can coordinate with this so that each bear will be unique. So I pulled some colors the from my t-shirts that are in this fabric. So there's going to be a purple bear, and it's going to have purple feet and purple ears. So there'll be a purple one, there will be a pink one, and there will be a light blue one. And these colors hopefully will coordinate nicely with the flannel sheet and give me 3 unique bears that will be super, super cute. So all of this needs to be interfaced, and then the pattern pieces cut out and all that stuff. Once that is done, it'll be kind of smooth sailing until it's time to stuff the bears. But for me, the interfacing and cutting the pieces out is the most tedious. So I just have to push through to get that done so that I can get to the fun part, which for me is the sewing. Another thing that I did, I do have my Jacob's Ladder block. I'm going to zoom over there for a second so you can see it. I am still, there it is, that blue and brown one. It looks great on camera. But I decided this week to kind of do a different leader ender project. Let me readjust this for just a second. Because as I was going through, as I was organizing some crumbs this week, I found several sets of half square triangles, and these were probably the cutoffs from another project, like a cutoff from the Starlight Star Bright. The one that I made, the half square triangles that I did today, I'm pretty sure that they're cutoffs from the Starlight Star Bright. And I'm going to start taking those cutoffs and making little pinwheels out of them. So I did one of those this week, really cute. I don't even know what it finished at, but I went ahead and made this. And so I have right now, I have several little of those half square triangle cutoffs next to my machine. So I'm going to just start running them through, creating little pinwheels, and then I'm going to put the pinwheels in with my orphan blocks. That way, when it's time for me to make a quilt with those orphan blocks, which is honestly kind of getting kind of full right now. So when I get ready to make a quilt, I have some little filler blocks that kind of can go here and there. And I think that should be the pinwheel. So excited about that. I think that's going to be a really nice block. Don't want to forget my Jacob's Ladder blocks, because I think that's going to make a great quilt once it's done. But just a little bit of variety, a little something different to try. I don't even know for how long, but just as long as I keep those little pieces by my machine and I can just run them through as quick leader enders, a great idea. I did take a few minutes, probably about 25 minutes, and worked on my 7s and 9s blocks. So I have 5 of those that I've completed here. Here's one. And I'm just kind of putting them any kind of way right here. I can't wait to see what they're going to look like in a big quilt. But I also don't know how many pieces I have, but this is just some of them that can make a quilt. My goal is I'm going to have 55 of these little blocks, and then 8 of my solid squares. So the total quilt will be 7 by 9, 63 blocks, and each one of these blocks have 7 pieces in them. So I think it's going to be a really cute project. I am using reds, greens, and neutrals, so it'll be a Christmas quilt-ish, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have it finished by Christmas or if that's even a goal right now. But just a lot of fun, something cool to do. I'm looking forward to this next week. I know I want to finish the binding on that Jacob's Ladder quilt. It would be amazing if I could get the community quilt up on the long arm. I'm not sure about Grandma Maddie's quilt because there are some holes that need to be filled. And so I got to talk through that with Mama and see what the best way to go about that is. But really, if I could get that on the long arm, that would be amazing as well. And let me not forget the commission bears. That has to be priority number 1. So let me know in the comments what you are working on, what you're excited about, what you're looking forward to this next week, this holiday season. I can't wait to hear what you guys are up to. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!